Hey there, Fletcher from All Things Overlanding here, and today I am super excited because I'm talking about this neat thing from Helinox called the Outdoor Field Office. And this thing is amazing, and you're probably wondering, what is this? Is it a PC carrying bag? Like, what is this thing? I'm going to show you all the features of this thing. I'm going to walk you through it. I'm going to talk about use cases and things like that. But if you are fortunate enough to be able to, come out into the woods sometimes and work remotely, whether you have a Starlink or a cell booster or something like that, or just decent reception where you're at, and you are able to come out into the woods and do some work, this little thing turns into a whole sort of office table. It has some storage built into it and some really cool features. So again, I'm going to show this to you because I personally do try to get out into the woods as much as possible, even if I'm working, just to sort of have some nice surroundings to get my stuff done. So again, if you're looking for something that's super portable, super handy, and from a great company like Helinox that's going to last for a really long time, stay tuned to learn more about the Outdoor Field Office from Helinox.
Understand where it came from, but you got it, my got it. It began in the land of the sandstorm. I fought it, though I wanted everything to do with what you gave to me. Loosening my grip.
All right, guys, so as I mentioned in the intro today, I'm talking about this Helinox Outdoor Field Office. This thing, when I got it, I was kind of confused on how it worked and everything, but I had seen pictures of it, seen some videos of it online, and I was like, dude, I have to have this. This is perfect. Thanks to my job being somewhat flexible, I am able to sort of work remotely a lot of the times, and sometimes I can even come out to the woods, use my cell booster just to make sure that my signal's as good as possible, and I can work from, the middle of the forest, which is awesome. So I picked this thing up because of its functionality. I'm going to show you all of that today, but basically what this thing is it is like a small, lightweight little bag, essentially like a heavy duty sort of storage bag where you can keep stuff like, say, your Helinox chair. You could keep a Helinox chair in here. You could keep your laptop in here. You could keep charging cables, things like that. Basically, I plan to make this almost like a little work office, right? So I may have like a notepad with a pen in here. I may have all my charging cords that I need for my laptop, throw my laptop in there too. And then this is where I'm going to keep all my work stuff when I'm, maybe able to leave the house and go out and do some work in the woods. So in looking at this again, I'm going to open this up. I'm going to show you how this thing functions here in a second, but let's just start by taking a look at some of the external features here. So again, this is basically just a big sort of heavy-sided bag in the middle here, covered in MOLLE all the way around it. So again, you could attach other stuff to it if you had camera gear or again, like cords or anything like that, you can attach stuff to it. They do give you this little like toggleable strip. So you could attach something to this with this toggle and then quickly remove it from this bag and have a way to sort of add and subtract stuff from the bag. So I plan to use the MOLLE actually to attach it to the inside of my bed once I get my cap in here. So I'm going to be switching to a cap setup in the back here. And then I'm kind of picturing like somewhere like over here on the side, putting some sort of a system that I could, really quickly, maybe Velcro or something like that, attach these MOLLE panels to the inside and just sort of keep that there. So then again, when I go out camping and I want to work, boom, you reach right in there, you grab this out, my drawer system will be gone, but I can reach in there, grab the portable field office out, throw it up on the ground next to my chair, and I'm ready to work. So on the side here, you have this big access pocket. It basically unzips all the way around, but then it gets you access to the inside. And as you can see, everything in here has like the loop side of Velcro material on it. So the cool thing is you could, treat this like a camera bag, and you could put dividers in here and stuff like that and use it to store stuff. You could attach stuff via Velcro to the inside here. There's also some tabs and stuff in here, so you could use that to attach stuff or maybe tie like ropes or something, paracord in here to kind of strap your stuff up. So it gives you a ton of different ways to attach things, whether it's the Velcro or those tabs in here to keep stuff safe. Again, what I kind of plan is Helinox chair across the bottom here, toss my power cords and stuff like that in here, maybe put my laptop in the bottom so that it just stays up there. And then, you zip this thing up, you put it in the bed of your truck and you're rolling. And then when you get to camp, pop out the stuff that you need, set up your chair, and then you set up the table on the side, which I'm going to show you here in a second. So again, tons and tons of storage space built in here. So anything that you need dedicated to sort of work remotely is what I would put inside of here. But then it has this really nice, sort of standard aluminum frame made of the same material as most of these Helinox chairs. So it's really light, but it's really heavy duty and sturdy. Now on the top here, you've got a pair of handles, so it makes carrying the thing really, really easy. So again, even if you loaded this thing full of gear, you're going to have these handles that make it really easy to pop up and use. Then sort of similar to like their chairs, they've got this strap, so you could unzip the top here. So if you wanted top-down access, again, say that I, stood my laptop in here, right? Same bag, just a different way to access it. But if I set my laptop maybe down in here, and then I had my chair in the bottom, and I had my cords and stuff, then I could reach down in this bag. I could get whatever I need out of it, and then I can close this up, zip it back up, and I'm good to go. So now, I've talked about this thing being a table, and you're probably saying, what do you mean a table? Doesn't look like a table. You do have this black plastic part that is attached to the side here. And basically here at the bottom, it's got these little clips that attach it. So again, when you're transporting this thing is basically sort of a part of the side. It's attached on there. It's not going to flop around or go wild. It's just going to be out of the way on the side there. It's a little hard to do this one-handed, but I'm gonna get it. But so these clips, these sort of C-style clips, just pop right off that little pole down there, and then this thing folds out to the side, and you basically got a table. Now, as you can see, again, it's Helinox, right? So it's good quality stuff, and they put a lot of thought and effort into their design. So it's honeycombed on the bottom, which makes it really super stable and strong. And I'm gonna show you that here in a second. But then the other thing was I was sitting here and I'm going, wait a second, how do I make this a table? Do these poles come off? Like, how does this work? Up here in this corner, you're going to notice this little tab. When you open that, there are actually 4 legs stuck inside of there that also give this thing some rigidity. So they kind of go all the way across here. So they do make it more rigid. But then these poles basically just go into these legs, and they do have little ball things on there so that they do sort of hold themselves in there so they won't just fall out. So we grab a couple of these legs, pop them in there, just like that. And then what you can do is you can set this up wherever you're at. But again, because of the sort of box type nature of this and then these 2 legs off to the side, it is extremely strong and stable. Like, for how small this thing is, you would kind of think that it's just going to be real wobbly, but it's actually really sturdy. So like, again, if you had your laptop sitting on here and you're working at it, like right now on my tailgate, this is basically like the perfect height. I could put my computer right here and I could have a standing desk on my tailgate because of the height of this thing. So again, you could have access to all your gear and stuff that's in here, maybe a charging cord. You could put a battery bank or something in there. You could use that to keep your laptop charged up here on the table. You can set it up. As you may have noticed though, there are 4 poles in here, right? So there's still 2 more. So you could also disconnect the table part completely from it. So if you just wanted to use this as a table, you could put the other 2 legs in there. And as you can see over here, these things unclip. So you basically just pull down on this and you pull down on this one. And this thing will actually come loose, come off of there. And then you can attach all 4 legs and you can make this into an independent freestanding table. Or you could leave it as part of the outdoor office. So again, like most things Helinox, extremely well designed, extremely high quality, and something that if you were looking for a way to sort of work remotely, just fits the bill, right? It really fits the bill really nice, and is something that I plan to use for a long time to come. All right, guys, so as you saw, that was the Outdoor Field Office from Helinox. Now, like all their gear, this is super high quality stuff, super lightweight, amazingly usable and portable. So I love the fact that Helinox thought about something like this for people like you and I that are like, hey, I want to get out as much as possible and work from the woods, right? So really super neat piece of gear. I will put a link in the description down below to this thing. So if you're looking for something like this, definitely check that out. So again, I hope that was helpful. If it was, click that like button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure to click that subscribe button, click the bell to be notified when new videos drop. I do a couple every week, usually like a gear video and then like a podcast for newbie overlanders or like DIY stuff or budget-minded stuff. So tons of stuff related to overlanding, dispersed camping, gear, DIY, budget stuff on this channel. If that sounds good to you, click that subscribe button. Also in the description down below are links to all my other social channels, so wherever you want to come hang out, I'd love to have you. There is also a join button below this video, and that's just kind of a cool passive way to support the channel. It also gets you early access to the videos and some other perks. So if you want to join that way, definitely click that join button down below and check that out. If you want a more active way to be involved with all things overlanding, there is a link to my Patreon group down below, and that is a 24/7 Discord where we all kind of chat with each other. It's like a messaging app that we all use to chat with each other and talk about gear and trucks and everything else. We do a once-a-month Zoom call, and we do a couple of trips per year just to kind of meet up in person, have a beer, and sit around a fire. So if that sounds good, check out the Patreon. And then last but not least, there's the newbie Overlanders Facebook group. This is a totally free to join group, over 20,000 people in it, but unlike the other big groups, it is full of people that want to help and full of people that are newer that want to get help and ask questions. And there's no bullying there. We don't allow, we kick people out if they're bullies. So it's just a much more healthy, sort of enjoyable place to be versus a lot of the other big groups. So check out the link in the description below to get your Helinox Outdoor Field Office. And hope that was helpful, and we'll see you next time.